Today we're going to solve quadratic word problems, and we have our first example on the screen. So let's go to the screen and go through this problem. The cost in millions of dollars for a company to manufacture X thousand automobiles is given by the function C of X equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 32. We're to find the number of automobiles that must be produced to minimize this cost function, and we want to find the minimum cost. To do this, we first examine the equation C of X equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 32. The C of X part is really our y equals. So we really have a format for y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, which is our parabola. When our a value is positive, in this case our a equals 3, our parabola is going to open up. And in this case, our vertex will represent the minimum. So if we can just find the vertex for this quadratic, we will be solving our problem, which is to minimize the cost function. We know that when we let x equal the opposite of b over 2a, we have the x value of our vertex. In this case, it's the opposite of a negative 12 over twice 3. That gives us 12 divided by 6, which is actually 2. So for our vertex, we now know the x value. In order to find the y value, we just plug our 2 back into our original equation. So we will have 3 times our 2 squared minus 12 times 2 plus 32. If we put this into our calculator, we will solve and get our y value equal to 20. Recall that our x was in thousands, so we have 2,000 automobiles. And our y value is in millions. A cost of $20 million. If we had used graphing software for this problem, we would have come up with the graph of this function, and then we can see immediately that our vertex matches up. An x value of 2 gave us a y value of 20, which solved our problem for us. Our second problem is about selling pretzels. We're trying to calculate the profit for the vendor when selling X number of pretzels. So our profit function is given to us as minus 0.004x squared plus 3.2x minus 200. We're to find the number of pretzels that must be sold daily to maximize profit, and also we wish to calculate the maximum profit. Again, this is a quadratic function. But this time, you'll notice that our a value is negative, which means our parabola is a dumping parabola, and therefore our vertex represents a maximum. So in this case, we are still trying to calculate our vertex. So the x value is the opposite of b over 2a. In this problem, b minus 3.2 over twice a negative 0.004. Putting that into a calculator, we end up with our x value of 400. So if we sell 400 pretzels a day, we will maximize profit. What is our maximum profit? Well, we need to use our x value of 400 in our profit function. So our profit when x is 400 is given by minus 0.004 times 400 then squared plus 3.2 times 400 minus 200. Again, if we put this into our calculator, we end up with our profit equaling $440. So our vertex is 400, 440. Again, the idea of using graphing software to come up with the same answer. This is a copy of the graph after we've used some graphing software. So we can again see that when we have x, or the number of pretzels 400, we can clearly see that the maximum is at 440. And that ends our lesson for today on solving quadratic word problems. Thank you.